Welcome, welcome. I know the thing is up, but you probably may not. Okay, they might not be able to hear me actually. Properties. Let's grab. Hello, hello. Let me just grab a different one. Oh, cancel. It's desktop audio. Okay, so the mic looks like it's working. My voice is a little bit scraggly. Welcome, welcome. We're not quite playing yet. I'm still tuning things in, but looks like desktop audio is doing its thing. I just updated OBS, and it's just one of those things. All right. So OBS is firing. Let me get, before I go too far into this, make sure all of the chat bot and all that stuff is working. Because why would everything just be working right off the bat, right? Where did I put the chat bot? Chat bot. I forget where I put it. I thought it was right on the desktop. Yeah, there's that thing. Where's the... Huh. That's weird. Okay, let me go to Stream Elements real quick while we're doing that, so... Make sure I'm on there. Get my dashboard. I always forget if I'm using Stream Elements or Streamlabs. Let me try Streamlabs. There's Streamlabs. And then let's do BotRix. BotRix. Alright, we'll continue there. If I were a better streamer, I would have this all ready to go. Alright, so that one's going. Alright, so my beautiful face is here. Hooray. It says BotRix has successfully joined. transparent overlay is on, but it's not in the right spot. Which I don't know why. I thought I had it already preset. Oh, there it is. Did I just ruin this? Ugh, come on, that's annoying. Yeah, the widget's broken. Alright, hold on a second. Why is that widget broken? So let me go to... I bet it broke because I opened the main source and not the other one. Where's the widget? Chat widget. You're in the way. Come on now. Where are widgets? There's widgets. Chat overlay. There's that working. Where is the botrix URL? I'll go ahead and pop that in here. Can I rename this thing? And I broke it again. Alright, this thing needs to be like this. Then I can hide that. Let me open this. One of the weird things about the overlay is it's, well, it's not that it's weird, it's that it's a bit annoying. Alright, so my window popped up correct. That's good. I need to be able to hide this tool. Need to make sure that botrix is going to be botrixing. So, testing and stuff. We'll see if that fires. I should be able to see that kick in a few seconds here. Alright, so that popped on here. Will it pop on chat here? And it didn't. It should. Where's my chat overlay? There it is. Alright, so there's the chat, there's my testing and stuff. Okay. We're getting closer to being able to start this thing, huh? Alright, now how do I hide this window? I always forget. Can I just minimize it? I was able to just minimize it. That's a good sign. I'm afraid to hit the the hide button, but okay. Alright, so we're here. I do apologize for being a little sick. Yes, being sick is my fault. Dolores Umbridge is my instructor or something. A little bit of Harry Potter lore. Okay, so we're at 4:19. I think I get to play. Dinner's at 6-ish. Really, dinner's whenever we want dinner. We're adults. We can eat whenever we want. My students who catch my stream are always like, Mr. Flowers, you're so bald. And the answer is, yeah, it's just because of the backdrop. But kind of do look a little on the bald side there. Maybe I'll set up like one of those colorful. I've seen other like YouTubers do like colorful displays and stuff in the background. Maybe I'll do that. I'm on a perch with a green screen, so it's whatever. Okay, so we got REP Requiem, and I'm stoked. We want to play it. I've been chatting for a minute. We've got the chat stuff going. That's good. Make sure everything else is good and clean. We don't need Stream Elements or Streamlabs. I think both of those can go. Yes, Stream Elements and Streamlabs can both go. And then oh, that's good. That's good. Let me open up Steam and make sure that that's running, because I can't play the game if I don't have no Steam. By the way, you all lost the game. It's funny. We used to do that back in the day, and it's kind of like Fight Club. You cannot mention the game with the exception of telling others that they have lost the game. Requiem. Alright, Requiem is currently unpacking. So I downloaded it the other day. Pre-download, but you couldn't really do anything with it until after the release. So it is currently unpacking, which has got a little bit of time. Let's make sure OBS is working. I guess I can do capture. That's fine, right? You get to see 1 million of me. How many windows does it actually go down? Looks like it just goes down like 6 windows. What I want is to nap, but I actually can't sleep because for whatever reason when I get sick, I get post-nasal drip, which is really annoying. But I get it really bad, and it just keeps me awake. It just drip, 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 drip. And then I go insane. So, no sleeping for me. What I do is I just drink a bottle of NyQuil and then don't wake up for a while. Because I can't feel the tickle in the back of the throat if I'm not conscious. But I don't like NyQuil because I'm very sensitive to a lot of the medicine. Because I don't take medication. I'll take medication, I'll take caffeine or anything like that. So I have one caffeinated beverage, you know. I don't drink coffee. I love coffee, but I don't drink it because of the caffeine. I don't generally take any B vitamins. I do have a B12 that I added to my supplements because I'm supposed to be taking a supplement for cholesterol, which I refuse to do. But I've been good. I've been taking the supplement. I didn't take it today though. I really gotta go do that. Looks like Requiem is ready, and it looks like it's going to be starting in a little bit. Yay. Alright, so it unpacked, now it's updating. Here, can you guys see that? I think you can, yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I had the... I don't take any of that stuff. I'll drink 1 Coke for dinner. Delray Beach, Florida. Who from Delray is calling me? Why would I care? Okay. Alright. So yeah, one Coke for dinner, which actually ended up cutting the Cokes out because I like a cola. Well, it really depends on what I'm eating. Like um, if it's pasta, if it's Italian, if it's pizza, I like a cola. Coke is the better option, but because Coke has caffeine, and I try not to drink caffeine after 5 p.m., 6 p.m. ish. I cut out Coke, and I've been drinking root beer or a Sprite. Anything else is Sprite, but if it's a cola, then I drink the root beer. But soda's not really good for you anyway. But I took a sip of my wife's Celsius. She likes the energy drinks. And I took a sip, just a little, just to taste it, and I was high, like literally high, for like the rest of the night. I think I took a sip of it around 5:30 or 6 o'clock. We were heading to dinner, and 10 or 11 o'clock at night, my head was still going, um, hearing colors, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't really do a lot of the caffeine or anything like that. So I took a cap of NyQuil 2 or 3 nights ago. So I think Monday I was able to sleep, or was it Tuesday? I think Tuesday's when it actually settled in. I was able to sleep Tuesday. It was Wednesday night. So Wednesday, I started getting the scratchiness in the back of the throat when I'm trying to sleep. So I took the NyQuil at about midnight. I think I was just laying there, and I kept coughing and waking up and every day. And it's really annoying because I'll be conscious, and I will consciously regulate my breathing and everything so that I don't get that itchy tickle. But the moment I start to fall asleep, I relax, and then I get the itchy tickle, and I wake back up. So it's like the Chinese water torture where they drip it on your forehead, or the who did it? I think it was the Soviets that did the sleep torture, where they would prevent people from entering REM sleep. I forget what group it was, but yeah, but it's like that kind of torture. You can't, it's whatever. So about midnight, I took the NyQuil, and of course NyQuil has a sedative in it, which I don't like to take. But if I'm gonna take something, to whatever, I'd rather be unconscious. Well, Thursday morning, I wake up, and of course I'm still drowsy because I took the NyQuil. But then 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, I'm still drowsy because I took the NyQuil, and I like to write. I like to do things with my time, and I'm not sure I'm cognizant enough to write anything that would make any sense in the current state that I'm in. So last night, instead of doing the NyQuil, I took the Dayquil. They do the same thing, except one doesn't have the sedative. Dayquil does not have a stimulant; it just doesn't have the sedative, which is what I normally take. But I had to do 2 caps of the Dayquil, and I'm a little bit drowsy now. And I don't know if I'm drowsy now because it's that time of day, and it's kind of nap time, or if I'm still feeling some of the NyQuil from 2 days ago. So it's just whatever. Okay, so enough of me talking about my illness and my caffeine sensitivity. Resident Evil is finally done, and I think I'm going to hit play. Alright, so once that's kicking on, I'm going to switch over to game view. DualShock controller. Okay, cool. That means Nadia will be able to play it. I'm going to turn off this capture, and I'm going to turn on the game capture. And let's see if with game capture I can capture the actual game. It's supposed to get the current full screen application, which hasn't hit yet, I guess. No, it has. I hit OK. Alright, so Resident Evil currently is in full screen, so that's why it's not. I do apologize. I will be clearing my throat a lot, so if me clearing my throat is kind of annoying to you, I apologize, but I'm going to be doing it a lot. I'm going to turn the capture back on, since full screen capture is not happening. So all the general stuff, language, English, yada yada yada. Audio device, TV? That's weird. What are my options? Home theater, TV, surround sound, headphones. Or headphones. I don't know if these are surround sound headphones. I mean, they're headphones. I don't know if they're considered surround sound headphones. I'll just do headphones, I guess. And then I'll hit confirm. Can I guess I have to hit F. Brightness. So most of the time I actually just white out the brightness of this thing. Because things are usually too dark. Let's see. Adjust until the pattern is no longer visible. Well, I think it's pretty successful. Usually it says adjust until the pattern is just barely visible. So if I go down, 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 here's the pattern. That's just barely. Just barely, just barely, just barely. But brighter. So this is max bright. I guess I'll keep it at max brightness. Min brightness. Adjust until the pattern is no longer visible, which already is. Adjust the screen your preferred brightness. I have to go get some water because I'm going to be coughing. Alright, so I'm at middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's too bright. And that's too dark. So I think mid brightness is good. Adjust rectangle to match screen size. That looks correct. Offers you the ability to change the camera perspective. It is recommended to use first-person perspective when playing as Grace to enhance the horror elements, and to use third-person perspective when playing as Leon to enhance the action elements. Would you like to change perspective? Is it just me, or is this bottom section blurry? Like, this is crisp and clear. That's clear, that's clear. This looks like it's fuzzy. It's like they chose a font and ended up scaling it. It's a weird style choice. I'm going to go with don't change perspective. I'll prefer to be in the third person. Let's see. The following can be set via the accessibilities. Blah, blah, blah. Huh. Enter your age. Why? Really? I can't type it in? Who designs a thing where you can't type in the number? Even I can design a system that allows you to type in the number. Come on now. I believe I just turned this number. Why would you even have that feature? Yes. Okay. Privacy policy and all that stuff. Speaking of privacy policy, this kind of goes without saying, but just because I have students who I know watch for the game development content, all of my game development stuff is perfectly clean. I don't let my students watch I wouldn't show it to my students if it wasn't clean. However, my streaming stuff is not clean. All right. There's gonna be language. There's gonna be violence. There's gonna be possibly nudity. Like, I don't know what's in this game, right? I generally don't swear on stream. I try not to. But if you've ever seen me play Silksong, I've had a few moments where I've really wanted to throw a controller. It's all for the views, right? So really, this is not for children. If you are a children, please kindly bleep off. I love that slogan. I want that slogan, but I will borrow that. All right, privacy policy and all that stuff. Information to be collected. I mean, I can't play unless I agree, so I guess I'll just skim through. I actually read this stuff, so you should see what your data stuff is. I would say if you want to see the video of the gameplay, you should skip ahead, but since this is live, you're stuck with me. Personal information related to gameplay, and blah, 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 blah. Purpose of use. Basically, they're saying they're going to spy on you. Gameplay statistical data. By the way, games that I build, I do not collect your data. Like, ever. And I'll say with the exception of, the only thing I would collect would be username and profile stuff so that I can save your stuff, you know, on the server. But yeah, I don't, my privacy policy is I don't collect your stuff. It makes it simple. It's not mine, none of my business. Regardless of your country and residence and collecting information, blah, 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 blah. Yes, consent. Okay, agree. You can change this later. The game has an autosave feature. Cool. Checking add-ons. Cool. Now, I did get the pre-sale one, so I got some add-ons, which is cool. I got the film noir costume, voxel costumes, and Leon's RE4 costume. Cool. Following weapon skins have been added. Nice. And the following items have been added. Mr. Raccoon Charm and the DS emblem. Or a DSO emblem. What is that? I don't know. You'll have to answer that in the chat because I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm not a true fan. Let's see, screen filters and that kind of, and Raccoon City and the audio pack classic. Following content has been added. File letters from 1998. Cool. Compiling shaders. This must have been built in Unreal. As much as I love Unreal Engine, this shader compilation is not a good optimization choice. Like, I get it. It's much easier to have the client compile the shaders locally, but I just want to play the game, you know? I mean, it's bad enough that the game is already like, what, 90 gigs? It's like 73. But it's like almost 100 gigs for just the game. And, you know, just strap on the additional 20 to compile the shaders so that I don't have to compile it at runtime, and we'll be good. You know, it's fine. Select preferred priority settings for image quality. Oh, geez. I would prefer performance over quality, so I'm going to go with performance, but that's me. Prioritize graphic settings for performance. Yes. Although it's probably fine. Measuring your PC's performance, measuring complete, graphics have been configured, yada yada. Okay, cool. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and adjust my screen options and do this as full screen. Graphics, windowed. Do I want borderless window or do I want full screen? why would it matter? Well, some applications, like some recording software, will not capture in full screen because the screen when something becomes full screen, it gets priority. So borderless window is usually nicer for that. Also, some things like some other applications that you might want to tie into it might not work. So I think maybe I'll just do borderless window and then select my screen off of here. So I'll turn this one off and I'll do game capture. And change my get specific window. And then I'll pick the grab this one. Okay, so I'm able to do with borderless window. That's capturing just fine. Although I will say that some games run smoother full screen than they do borderless window. So we'll see how it does performance-wise. I shouldn't have an issue on this. It's got a 3070 Ti, which should be more than enough. How are you guys doing today? You guys pop it in and say, hey, what are you doing? Are you playing? Are you watching me play? I'm not really playing yet, but... Alright. If you can't see it, just message me in the chat and say, hey, I can't see that stuff. HDR mode and auto, all that stuff is good. I'm going to pop out of here. Let's go to bonuses. Excusez-moi. Special content... You know I'm gonna cheat all this, right? I'm doing almost nothing legit. Forewarning. I'm gonna play it legit the first time through. I will, but I am not spending my life gathering these coins. I'm not doing that. I'm not spending my life trying to get an S ranking and getting mad and punching things. Like I'm not doing that. At some point in your life, you learn when to say, I don't give a... And I've learned to say, I don't give a... quite often. Alright. But, some cool stuff here. I played Resident Evil 2. And I did go through the pain of getting an S ranking and everything. And after that... RE2 Remake. But after doing RE2 Remake and going through the pain of both Leon and Jill... Or, not Jill, but Claire, Leon and Claire's playthroughs. And being like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. More bonus settings. Grace. Who is Grace? Is Grace, Sherry's kid? This is the default. Here's Requiem. Oh, look at that. It's so cute. This looks like a burst of thunder. It does not look like a PPK. It's got the same frame as a PPK. It looks more like a bursa. Not sure what this thing is. I mean, it's the hand cannon, but... Got some skins. I do like the gold. Screen filters. The noir filter. Apocalypse filter. It's kind of nice. The bogus thing about the filter is it really is just a post-processing effect. It's like, haha, pay $30 and get this post-processing effect that we tweaked for you. Come on, guys, seriously. This little record player thingy, background music. I should probably put this on so I can hear it, right? By the way, can you hear me? Like, how well can you hear me? Is the music too loud? Is the game environment too loud? Sometimes it doesn't like, I can't always hear what you hear. I just hear this noise in my head. So, we'll go with the default. And then menu, sound effects. I do like the old click. I do like the classic, but I will stick with this for now. Oh, I did not actually check the costumes. Here's the noir costume. Here's the apocalypse costume, and here is the RE4 costume. I do like the RE4 costume, it looks kind of nice, but because this is a new game, let's go ahead and do this. And then Grace, what do you got? Noir. Apocalypse. Okay, and then that's hilarious. I'll put that back to default. All right, models. What do we got? Grace. I always like looking at the models. This is really fun. So as a game designer, I really love doing this. This is getting into here and just seeing the quality. Oh, come on. Getting in here and seeing the quality of work. Just love character design. Try to get my students to really appreciate this, you know. Things that are always super difficult is just getting a good ear. Because they're just tricky to attach. You know, this is here, and then this pot. And then we have up here to attach. I'm trying to map with polygons is how to go here. Good cheekbone design. Nice around here. Good laugh line, kind of cutting into here. This is a bit sharp. The transition is not supernatural. Supernatural, not spiritual supernatural, but it is not the best natural look. It's a bit sharp here, but not bad. Like, this is really, really good. Of course it's good, right? These guys are doing it. Hair design. I love the way they did the hair. These are just clumps. It's a bit expensive to do this, but basically the way they did the hair is these are polygon clumps that have been layered on top of each other. There's probably 30 or no, they're not in the thousands, but this is definitely, there's definitely a few hundred strands overlaid here. And then, like, I always tell my kids to get up in here and like just check the stretching on like the skin weighting. You can see the stretch here. Just because it's not perfect. But the texture pattern looks really good. They probably used Marvelous Designer on all the clothing. You could design all this in Maya or ZBrush or whatever, but this is probably all done in Marvelous Designer. And then the texture work. Really, they could have done this in anything. Substance Painter, Mari, ZBrush. She was probably modeled in ZBrush. They could have modeled it in Maya and sent it over to ZBrush and then touched up. Could have done it in Mudbox, but ZBrush is a little bit more higher quality. But the pant design, this is really cool. I like the overlaps and the flips on the jeans. This is definitely one of those things that, like, when you use Marvelous Designer, it has that option to kind of do a pull and pop to get the crinkles and stuff. It's really tricky to do by hand because you want to avoid sections kind of clipping through each other. But Marvelous Designer is really good at that sort of thing. Ah, love the boots. Boot design is really good. Love the strap work. This is really cool. The sole is good. I wonder how much of this is done by hand, or how much of this they did as a scan. But again, Marvelous Designer has some tools for making boots and stuff. So backpack's really cool, single bag. Let's check out Leon. Well, we've already seen the rugged. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah. His hair is not as fluffy as Grace's. A little bit of fluffier. Maybe look at get a load of the handiwork. Hands are always tricky. We always make them too big, and then the fingers don't bend correctly. It's like everybody does that. But look at that. That's pretty good. They got the webbing. The webbing's really nice. But the fingers are uneven. Your pinky and your ring finger are different thicknesses. I don't know if you can see that, but here, my pinky is about half as thick as my ring finger. Like, I wouldn't say half. I'd say like three quarters of the way. Over here, they look like they're about the same thickness. And then it dips. This gets more about that 3/4 of the way through comparison. But then this knuckle bends over weird. Where's the knuckle for this one? This knuckle just disappeared. That's kind of like my hand. Check it out. My knuckle disappeared too. You know, this one versus this one. It's a boxer fracture. Definitely like the veins though. Good vein work. With this hand. Can't zoom in anymore, which sucks, but now this hand looks a little bit better from this angle. But you can see the pinky and the ring finger are modeled at about the same width, you know, the same diameter, and the index and middle fingers are the same diameter. Yeah, so it should. If you look at your hand, you can definitely take a look at that. These two, this should be just a hair thinner than the middle finger, and this should be just it. So the ring finger and the middle finger and the index finger should be about the same diameter, and then this one. But nobody's gonna really look at that, unless you're like me. I go through and just check everything. But nobody's really gonna be criticizing that. Alright, so I've played around in this, got all the settings and all the models and stuff. Let's just jump in and do the main story. We'll do a new game here. No, you guys are good. You can hear me, right? Everything's good. I'm going to tone down desktop audio. I think I'm going to cut that down a little bit. If that's too quiet, let me know. Here we go. Let's see. A balanced experience of suspense and accomplishment as the game's standard difficulty found among Resident Evil games. This game mode can change to casual on the game over. What is classic? Traditional experience with a difficulty similar to classic Resident Evil games, recommended for long-term fans of the series. Autosaves during Grace's gameplay are limited, and ink ribbons are required to save. Oh, that's tough. I do like the idea of having to collect ink ribbons. It just adds a little bit of oomph to the game. But the modern approach, oh, come on. Anybody got a vote? Any choices? With or without ink ribbons? Anyway, a balanced experience of suspense and accomplishment at the standard difficulty found among modern Resident Evil games. But what about the difficulty? Like, I don't understand how that's going to affect anything. Is it going to be harder or easier? I mean, is the only thing that I have to do ink ribbons? Ink ribbons do require one extra element of managing your inventory and stuff, so it does get tricky. But I don't want to grab this and it be super easy and clunky. Let's go classic. I'm looking at all the hands now. She's sitting like L, trying to make her look fancy. Oh, good reflection. Why the hold on the papers? going to grab a thing of water before I get too involved and then end up coughing my brains out. Hold on a second. Whew, I'm back. Wow. And I made sure to take my stupid heart pills. Look, I don't care if I have a heart attack and die. I care if I survive and I'm screwed up. If I'm dead, nothing to worry about. Oh, that is loud in my ear. Alright, let me turn this down just a tad. So I would prefer to be third person, honestly. And I thought when I said don't change perspective that it would allow for that, but where is perspective? Base controls, camera up here. Are you seriously limiting my range? That's an immersion breaker. There should be a good reason for me to turn around, not because there's an invisible wall here. But whatever. It's a little sluggish on the turn. Can I walk out here? No. Hey, you have my hairdo. Anyway, the casual dialogue makes me think of what was that game? Grand Theft Auto. Probably like walking like I'm drunk. Look, it says open, but it's definitely closed. There's a barber. Ugh. What happened to her face? Jeez. Look at that. How dare they show that to me? Hi. Are you talkable? No. Okay. I wonder why I can't cross the street. I could totally get hit by some cars. Oh look, a thing that I can interact with. What's missing? I see a bunch of stuff here. You see that, but how is that staying up? I'm looking at it, I'm not in it yet. She could be going for a gun. You're not going to offer assistance? Huh. So this is going to be a scripted playthrough. That's kind of annoying. Whatever happened to exploring and figuring things out? It's the way things are these days. Yes, I'm going to totally crap on the game. Like, I'm all for there being a linear path, you know, but I would like, you want to disguise your linear path with a couple alternate routes that ultimately require you to go back toward that path, not literally put up invisible barriers to make you go that way. That's not going to be a thing. Sorry, we're changing that. Control does not work for me. I must have control myself. So controls, where's crouch at? Seriously? Controller, keyboard bindings. Keyboard type QWERTY. Yes. Where are the key configurations here? So crouch, just make sure nothing else is using the key that I want. Okay. So crouch is going to be Alt. Birthday. It's a bit sluggish on the control. I may need to up the mouse. Options here. Where is when aiming? Inversion, I think, is fine as it is. Cursor lock. There's no sensitivity setting? Is that, okay. Mouse button inversion, scroll wheel inversion, and cursor lock. That's all we got. Okay, so it's going to be a bit sluggish no matter what. See, this is fun. There being something in my way, a natural barrier, and then this path is open, that kind of thing is fine. If that were an invisible wall, like we saw earlier, that would be silly. Yeah, we found a spot where it's too dark. Can you guys hear me fine? I should check. So I opened a drawer, but there was nothing in it. That's the game teaching me that not everything is reliable. Hey, a crude weapon. Oh, delicious. I like rice. Those are maggots, Michael. Read the investigation report. Did I just magically acquire an investigation report? Okay. Hey, how's it going? What are you up to? Oh. I didn't acquire you a copy because I bought you 2 other copies that you didn't play because of Zedward's period. My wife is messaging me like, "How come I don't have a copy?" You were playing Resident Evil, but it's too laggy. I'm sorry to hear that. What's up, Ian? How's it going? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Is the how is it? How's my voice level to the game sound level? Path tracing for. Oh, you're talking. Oh, for them. Okay. Anyway, I was supposed to be looking at a file. Anyway, so yeah, my wife is like, "Hey, how come you didn't get me a copy of the game?" And I'm like, "I bought you Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and you wouldn't play them because they were too scary, and it was like $70 a piece." Like, eh. So I told her she can watch the live stream because she likes watching me play, but yeah, we'll see. She's gonna hear me ragging on her. But yeah, sorry. Did you guys? How's the voice level? Is it good? Uh, you said it sounds better. Okay, good, good. Now I'm supposed to be reading this file. Where is this file at? Exam stuff. Um, where's the file? Did she pick it up already? Did it magically go into my inventory? Oh well. I mean, I'm just staring at footprints, I guess. Item next to the gun? I thought so, but when I clicked on it, nothing happened. Let's try doing an examination here. Uh-oh, you guys gotta turn your eyes away. There's nudity. Submitted by FBI agent Kyle Emus. On September 28th, 2026. Oh, that was just a little while ago. 11:20 p.m. Talking smack in here? Yeah, I definitely am. Yeah, I can't get you the game because you won't play it. I got you 2 other Resident Evils that you never played. The body of a man was found at an abandoned hotel in the midwestern city of Rinwood. Okay, so that's just bad design. Who puts white text over a white picture? The body was discovered in the hotel restroom. Based on the level of decay, it is suspected to have been there for several days. A buddy of mine experienced that in real life. Yeah, it looked about like that. Prior to this incident, multiple cases. I mean, not the way that I'd want to go. You know, could have at least flushed before you died. That's inconsiderate. Multiple cases of similarly mysterious deaths have been reported in locations across the United States. Huh. Well, that's pleasant looking. He looks more like he's been waterlogged than just kind of like hanging out there, though. It has been confirmed that all the identified victims were survivors of the Raccoon City incident. Well, I guess they're not survivors now. The victims' bodies all had extreme black bruising. Cool. Can I draw my gun? Is my gun not equipped? Am I not able to draw my gun? There appears to be a picture of her with a key on it. Room 204. Let's talk. Yeah. Bobby, there's gonna be a creepy crawly. Yes, that is a gun. You shoot the thing that comes to you. That's all you gotta do. Bang bang. Bang. Bang 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 bang. Bang. Look how goofy the arm is. Bang 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 bang. It's like trying to like swat a fly. Get out of here. Feet prints. The game's quiet. There. Oh, did you hear the rumbling of the thunder? Here, I'll bring the game up just a little bit. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I try not to have the game be too loud, but... Alright, so we have a marble table with interesting marbling. Oh no, it's a wooden table with like a moldy stuff on it. Or, you know, I'm just going to leave that there. Can't tell if it's mold or burned. That looks burned over here. Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be charring. I'm a terrible investigator. Look at that. Ooh, wispiness. This is curtainly the outside. Now, Bobby, I would get you the game if you would play it. She'd be like Ethan Winters over here. Wait, there's a safe that I can't open? Seriously? What kind of Resident Evil is this? There's a door. Let's avoid that for now. What is over here? There's a fireplace. That looks oddly suspicious. I can't play the music thing. That's unfortunate. And then there's some stairs. The hair running looks impossible. Impossibly good or just terrible? Like, it's super shiny in the dark. It's a loaded bull right there. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid the door. Doors lead to other rooms, and this room hasn't been thoroughly investigated yet. Oh, that looks terrifying. That's scarier than the zombies. People smiling. Okay, I guess I'll go in this door. Seriously? Somebody wrapped some wire around the door and you can't open it? That's a barrier? Come on now. A toddler could figure that one out. You must have a key. Wow, that took a lot of investigating. That's for you, Bubby. You cut it at the thickest point. You could have... Okay. Huh. Thanks. The radio? Who needs a radio? Just internet it. You have the power of Google at your fingertips. How can these places always have old-timey bathtubs? Like, what are the odds? Everything's modern. Yeah, the towel is the only thing that's kind of clean in this place. That's an immersion breaker right there. I like how there's no reflection, because reflections are expensive in games. Nothing over here, nothing over there. I guess I will hit the button. Oh. Hey, how's it going, Bannon? Been a while. I guess I lost the opportunity to hit the button on here because I passed it by. It's good to know that some things are a permanent change. .203. That was 204, right? Yeah. She runs like she's... got some problems. That's all I can say. I'll investigate this again. Anything new? Probably just... Ah, there's another thing. You have a stalker. Loading. Who sits on their bed with their shoes on?
Hang on. I've been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna look so late.
Get some sleep.
I'm almost done, just a sec.
What am I gonna do with you?
What you always do? Nag at me until I go to bed?
I don't know, her mom looks like a zombie.
You're coming down hard. Mom. It's right.
Gross.
Hello? Yes.
You got a stalker. Just my stalker.
They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
Well, it's like when they like text you to see if you
We
respond,
need to go.
and then when you text back, then they
Mom,
are like,
what's going
yeah,
on?
that's a real phone number, and then they start like asking you for your birthday and stuff.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Escape from the hotel.
Stay close.
But wait, aren't I supposed to look for ink ribbons and stuff?
Grace. Come on, keep moving.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Grace,
I guess I don't have time to look around, huh?
keep moving.
Man, she runs so awful.
Who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
Oh, it's probably the electrical panel. It's 40 years old, so it doesn't take much to trip it. It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
What, substandard wiring in a building and you haven't fixed it?
Have it fixed soon. I just need to.
And now a scene from Child's Play. That is the appropriate response, yeah.
What the hell?
No, Grace. No.
I'm just gonna close that. You're supposed to make sure he's dead before you close it.
Grace. Stay close to me.
Tell you what, if a dude takes more than like 2 shots,
What are you
I'm
gonna tell
popping
me
him in the
what's
head.
going on? Mom, what are you doing?
I might pop him in the head just in case.
Something important.
What did you hide behind that painting?
I'll explain later. We need to find another way out.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna be chasing again. Ooh, spooky.
Come on, Grace.
This awkward dreamy run is annoying.
Come on, hurry.
I wish I could say it was just because it's a dream sequence, but
I'm calling the police.
Don't go.
Hello? Yes, I want to report a murder. No murders.
Grace.
The Renwood Hotel. Yes. Hurry, please.
They would have kept you on the line, you know.
Mom, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands.
Yeah, and then
Look at me.
knock her out.
In and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you in crystals.
But for now, I gotta knock you out.
Just know that you are my hope. Never forget me.
What are you talking about?
Just. I love you.
I love you too. Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here.
But we don't have any of our stuff,
We
Mom.
can come back for it later, Grace.
I don't know.
I mean, it's your fault. We don't have our stuff, Mom. There's a murderer here. Shake her a little bit more. Her head will fall off. It's kind of like a piñata. What is this candy? It's all red. I want that candy. Present day. She did not look like that. That is true. A little Christmas present of innards.
Who is this?
I know what you did the last time you were in the hotel.
Something important. I'll explain later.
Did you find my painting?
Find what Alyssa hid. Sure. But before that, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Huh. Okay, they remembered to flush. They got interesting god rays. That's nice. She runs so derpy. Man, this is awful. This room good? No? Okay. I guess I can't go in there. I'm just gonna run as slow as possible. Man. Some more stuff. I can see what they made. They added a quick turn button. Although I'm gonna have to change that to one of my keybinds. Interesting on the mouse there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a keybind for that on my mouse. Usually Q is quick turn, so I wonder why it's X in here. Let me go back into controls. Keybinds. Is Q set to anything? Q is set to restore health. Well, I mean, I guess it's good to have there, but E is for sharpen. Space is parrying, R is reload. I guess I can put T to restore health, and Q for quick turn. Crap. Although there is an inconvenient spot, but I guess... that's a bit more natural. It's at startup. Yeah. Yeah, I swapped that one out. But look how long it takes her to get going. I need a thing for that. Let's come down here and look for the painting. It's so slow. Can I push the cart? Seriously? Is that taking you effort? Why would that? Okay. That shouldn't, whatever. I understand you're like the size of a child, but I don't think they would have had a hard time either. Let's investigate, shall we? Oh, my. Let's see. Work has settled down, and we're heading to a new town the day after tomorrow. I'm thankful my freelance work allows me to work anywhere, but I'm worried about Grace. It's difficult for her to make friends when we're constantly on the move. No parent has ever said that. Maybe we can spend a little more time in the next room. Maybe it's got heavy luggage. Let's see, October 18th. This is 17th, 18th. Finished some research and stopped in a cafe when I noticed a hooded man. I could have sworn he was watching me. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. I don't journal. Does anybody journal? Do you guys write like this? I don't know. I saw that hooded man again. He's definitely following me. We only just got here, but I think we should move on. I can't let anything happen to Grace. Yeah, because that's how people talk. Will you take the Modisc?
Sorry, officer. What's wrong? Are you okay?
Uh-oh, Bubby.
What do I do?
Huh, I didn't evade correctly. I got shot in the face. It was giving me too many commands. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll continue. You found a key to that weird room that we couldn't get into earlier. Will you take it? Sure. Why am I back in this stupid mode?
Get away. Get away from me.
Well, I mean, he's got no teeth left, right? So it's probably alright. Excuse me. So I am in third person. It's just forcing me to be in the stupid first person mode.
Shit. Stay away.
Like, I mean, his teeth are gone. Well, no, I guess it's not new teeth. Weird. I mean, you're already done for. You got bit. I don't know why you're running. Just do the normal thing and just take that gun you got. You are not beating this dude. Sorry. You're a $110 tops. He's okay. Whatever. Yeah, like that'll finish him off. Look, I've seen Evil Dead. I know what happens. You should either cut it off or, yeah. Look, you have an anti-zombie solution that you carry around. You know, it's great medicine. It will. Wait. You just got bit on the back of the arm, and you're gonna... And she reaches down to use something with the... What? No, you would be like, no, I'm not using that. I'm gonna use the one that's not bitten. Right, and she didn't cut her hand on the glass. Great. My wife always says, you can't just enjoy stuff. No, I cannot. Well, she might be.
Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I'm the one who planted that body. I'm the one that brought you here. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Well, he doesn't have the arm of a paramedic. Or maybe he does. This looks a lot like Resident Evil 2/3 right here.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others?
All the same black blotches.
And it's not post-mortem lividity.
No. No, this is different. It's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. No, it's not.
But I have something for you. The team has settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella. Victor Gideon,
Who is he?
a former T-virus researcher. Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared after the body was found. You there, Leon?
Yeah. I'm here.
You okay?
Some of the address. Check it out.
Right? He's like, yeah, I'll just go do the thing, whatever. I'm just gonna walk downtown with this, chick over my shoulder, and nobody's gonna question it. It must be New York.
You almost there?
Just about. Stuck in traffic.
That's not what I heard.
You've got to be shitting me.
They like to say that a lot. Really good design on the cars. Hey, look, it's that guy. He just happens to be here. What are the odds?
What's going on? Is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. I'm just taking her home.
Leon, what's your sit rep?
I'm going after Victor.
He's shooting a bunch of people with like a virus thingy, but I'm not gonna do anything about it because
Never.
I should probably see what I got here.
Hey, what the hell, lady?
Help me!
You okay? What are you doing?
Crunchy. Cole. He aims really terribly. Like, this is so slow. Jesus, I'm gonna die just trying to play the game. He didn't drop anything useful. Did she legit drop a pack of cigarettes? Huh. I guess I might as well check the inventory. What do I got? Oh, I got a head cannon. That's handy. I got an axe. Handgun ammo. That took a little bit of a chunk out of the arm here, but it's fine. Am I going this way? I guess not.
Get Brentwood locked down.
What? Is it something to do with Victor?
I'm just gonna go up here.
He's the one to thank for all the excitement.
This looks like to be... Oh, I wanted to climb that. Yeah, let's get a knot.
Shit.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. But let's get back up on this car. Thank you. Let's go this way. This looks important. Now this part's kind of cool. I get hit by a car. That's so nonsense. But cool. Equip Requiem? Nope. Ah! Get off me. I think I'm boned here. I probably should not have come down the alley. Just... Be careful of what? Run! You should, like, climb that thing.
Leon, have you located Victor?
Nom nom nom.
I lost him. Went to square one.
Not necessarily. Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. I'll send you the address.
I mean, he should be under Umbrella.
Leon,
He's out there in the rain.
we're running out of time.
Weird choice for the design of the teeth. They're like stuck together. Like dentures, you know? Really good work on the neck here with the puffing of the tendons and stuff. It's called a gravity chair. It's great. It's to help your back. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, you're right, it is food o'clock. Alright. Well, let me get out of this cutscene and attempt to save it and see what happens. Although the saving seems to be automatic. And I was supposed to pick up ink ribbons and stuff to save, but that doesn't seem to be necessary. So basically, I'm just playing a movie. I'm not really playing a game. I'm just like doing little bit parts of the movie. Alright, so since it is food o'clock, and it just saved, it looked like, I'm gonna have to bounce. So let's go ahead and hit that. Then the unsaved stuff will be lost. I mean, hopefully it's not the case, but I have yet to see an ink ribbon anywhere in this game, and I've yet to see a typewriter. That is fair. Looks like measuring signals stuff. Cool. There's a lot of blood. Yeah, I don't see any saving options in here, so I'm just going to assume that. And can I just change my saving options? Is that an option in here? Accessibility, language option, grabbing HUD, network stuff. I'm just gonna, take a gamble and just exit. And yeah, we'll come back a bit after dinner.
Just play until you find an ink ribbon. I gotta put my shoes on anyway, and they're tall boots, and they take forever.
Okay. All right. She says she's gonna get ready, so that gives me a chance to continue playing. Okay. Begin blood extraction, checking pulse, no anomalies. Administering Dexafil. Cool. Condition stable, ready for further examination. What about the lantern? Obtained a file. Oh, I guess it was just the thing I just read. There's a slight witch. And then this one. Anything that's supposed to be noticeable in here? No. Look at it again, see if anything changes. No invisible ink. Red means danger, so I'll go this way. I got an empty bottle. So the light that turns on does not shine this way. So for any of you who don't understand what baked lighting is, that is baked lighting. The fact that nothing over there lights when that light turns on, that doesn't happen in real life. Right? Like, even in my dark room, I've got this strip up here, and it gives me a little bit of light. But even in my farthest corner, I can still see something, because light bounces off of stuff. That's dark over there because that's the way it was recorded. Where's the red danger room? Okay. There's a door. There's a slight witch over here. That's unfortunate. See, this is what I would expect. If there's a light, I would expect a little bit in the corner. That makes sense. That makes sense. That dark spot way back there makes no sense. And this right here, if there's a light here, that hall should look like that, except red. Like down here to that way, is what we should see here. Rrrr. It is locked. It requires an empty bottle. Looks like I need a fuse. I refuse to find it. It's probably right here, though. Oh, look, a key. It's just bad design right here. Who would put a horse right here? Like, you'd trip on this, you'd like bang into it. Bad interior design, not game design. Huh. So... okay. I'm just gonna walk past that. I get it. It's supposed to be angels and stuff, but... hey, an empty bottle. Is that an ink ribbon? Cool. When playing on standard, classic difficulty or above, autosaves during graces. Story will be limited. Ink ribbons are required to save at typewriters. Okay. So I assume when we entered this mission that the autosave did work. And if I see the autosave symbol, then it probably does autosave. It is a lighter. Unlike in Resident Evil 2 or 3, when you were playing on like professional mode, you would see the save icon when you enter an area, but it wouldn't actually save anything. Can I not take the fuse? I need a tool to open it. It's called a screwdriver. All you need is to go get a screwdriver. Why don't you have one, Grace? Nothing in there. Alright, so I found an ink ribbon. I'm gonna go ahead and save. I only have one, but it's alright. I'll just burn one for the sake of doing it. I have to say yes, not no. I've used an ink ribbon for the first time. Hooray! I'm all out of ink ribbons. Alright, so I've made my save. We're gonna go get some dinner, and we'll come back in a bit. Thank you. Hopefully you're all enjoying. We'll be back, and we'll be back after these messages. Well, after dinner messages. Anyway,